What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Nesson Studios. Michaela Vernava joined on the line by John Campbell, our sports analyst from oddshark.com. I, of course, like to call him Johnny Oddshark. John, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Michaela, how you doing?
I am doing great. The Red Sox are doing great. It's an exciting time to be a sports fan in the city of Boston, although when is it not? But the Red Sox are the second best bet in the majors. And I want to ask you, should we be placing our money on them? I mean, seems like it.
Yeah, absolutely you should. The Red Sox are actually the second best bet in baseball this year. They're the World Series favorites now, so that's not all that common to be winning this much and be as good a bet because oddsmakers adjust the juice and it makes betting on them not as profitable. But the Red Sox are up over $2,200 if you bet $100 on every game. Only the Oakland A's have been a better bet this season.
So talk to me about those World Series odds. They're favored to win the Fall Classic.
Yeah, the Red Sox are now the favorites to win the World Series. The Astros are right behind at about 5-1. And then you've got a group of other teams. So yeah, they're favored to win, but they still are getting some good prices here. They've won 17 of their last 21 games heading into this week. But they're still getting some good prices. They're in the midst of a stretch here where they play 10 straight days. But a 4-game series with Cleveland, they should see some good prices in there too. So I can't say you shouldn't bet the Red Sox. I think we'll see some good opportunities as we move forward here still.
Well, it definitely seems like it's going to be a busy fall for us here in New England. We, of course, have the Patriots who are easing into the preseason. Third week of the preseason, they're headed to Carolina this week, and they're underdogs. What do you think about where to place your bets for this game?
Yeah, the Patriots are probably the most interesting preseason team right now. After playing Tom Brady for 2 quarters last game, I don't think anybody was really expecting that. So they come into Carolina as 2-point underdogs here. What's most interesting about this line, though, is the line's up to 46, which is easily the highest total of the week in the preseason. It opened at 42.5 and then was bet up very quickly to 46. That's a high number. And that's so high because we're not really sure what New England's going to do, if Brady will come out and play again and spark this offense. Both games have played over for New England so far in the preseason. Their last 6 preseason games have played over overall. And Carolina's 5 of their last 6 games have also played over. So a lot of reasons why this total went up in a hurry. Now up to 46. That's kind of a big number for week 3 of the preseason.
In general, what's your advice for placing bets during preseason games? Because I feel like there are so many different wild cards involved. It just, like you said, I mean, you don't know how much Brady's going to play. There's so many variables.
Yeah, there are, and I tell people to watch the news more closely than when they handicap regular season games and really make their bets based on that. If we can know who's playing and how long going up against who, which is all news-based data, that's what I tell users to look for when they're betting on the preseason. You can also bet on coaches and teams consistently. Some teams tend to try a little harder, more consistently than others. The Pats are a team that don't consistently care about the preseason. They came into this year on a 5-game against the spread losing streak in the preseason, but they have a lot of things to figure out, especially at receiver this year. So looks like they're trying to figure that out, and we're seeing a different team so far in the preseason for New England.
Well, college football will be underway before we know it as well. The BC Eagles open up their season on September 1st. What's their season looking like in terms of where they're at on the books?
Well, yeah, BC is one of those teams I'm going to be keeping my eye on because I think odds makers have set their season win total a little too low at 6.5 games. I took the over there. This entire offensive line returns to go along with what should be the best running back in the ACC in A.J. Dillon. So they're going to have a great running game. I think they're going to be a really physical team on both sides of the ball. And they've got a great non-conference schedule here. They play UMass, they play Purdue, they play Temple. They should get 4 wins here, I think, or they can get 4 wins in the early going here. And then they just need to win 3 conference games. The ACC is really tough, but I think BC is going to go over this number and surprise some people this year.
All right, John. Well, as always, thanks for the advice. And the further we get into August, the closer we are to the Super Contest getting started. I can't wait.
I know it's going to be fun. Thanks, Michaela. Should be good.
All right, we'll talk to you next week. Thanks, John.